Alright, welcome to Digital Tech Academy. My name is Aaron Monday. In this video, I want to teach you on how to use Excel to design your goods return form as an accountant, even as a business owner. What is a goods return form? Goods return form is a form that is used to record or capture all the goods returned by the customer back to your business or back to the company due to damages or other negative effect on the product that would have made the customer to return it. Now you have a separate note, a separate book that will capture such a record, and it is called goods returned form. Now, how do you design this form? Now, first thing what you need to do is to launch into your Excel, just like as I have here. Once you launch into your Excel, the first thing you need to do, you have your logo design already saved somewhere in your system. So the first thing you need to do is to create a sheet where you bring in the logo and then have your letterhead design or perfected before you start the continuation of the creation of this particular form. Now let's create a sheet of that logo. Now we adjust this first row. We are making use of this place. I adjust this to have this as this. The reason why I have this slim column is for future serial number when we get to the form properly. Now these three cells, I will make these three rows together. These three rows like this, column C and D, that contain 6 cells. I will merge it, click on home. You can see this is merge and center, and merge and center. Everything has become one. So if you type now inside, it's not one row. You can see it. Now I will now go. How do I bring in my logo? I'm not bringing my logo by clicking, because I have my own saved in the system. I click on insert, I select picture. Once I select picture, the one I want to use, let me just select one from here. I use this. I select this particular logo. I click on insert here. It will appear here, but you can see that once it appears, it is wider than I expected. So what I need to do, you can see when you place your cursor here, you see the arrow here on at the end left up here on this particular logo that I bring in. You now drag it. You drag it like this. You can see you drag it to reduce the size, yes, reduce the size. From any angle you can drag it. Each of the angle of this logo carry an arrow that you can use to drag, whichever way you can see. Now I can now bring in the logo here. Once I bring in the logo, you can see this space that I created is much for this particular space, so I can bring it back. Then I merge only these three. Like this together. Then this is where the logo will be. To avoid this remaining space, I will adjust it like this. I will bring in this one and then shift the logo here, shift it down a bit, adjust this one back. You can see this is our logo. Now that the logo is here, you can even make it like this. Let us make it like this, or I merge these three, merge these two together as one, and then we'll bring it here. Once we bring it here, we adjust this one. So this is the logo. Now the next thing we need to do is to make each of these rows here where we'll type the name of the company, the address, and the contact. Then I will merge all of this together, merge like this. I draw this one this way. I will merge it and center. I'll draw this one. I have merge and center as well. Yes, so I'll reduce this one. Right. So now I cannot type the name of the company, accounting for instance, and career clinic. Counting and career clinic, you can say opposite first bank, opposite first bank. Okay, let me use, this is opposite first bank, opposite first bank, wholesale Abuja. So once I have this done, this is the address. I will adjust it so that it will be visible a bit, and then I can even type, bring in what we call address first, so that we know. You can see here we now have as contacts column. We now have maybe plus 234906644, as the case may be, for instance. Now I'll adjust it a bit to be more visible, or yes, I'll adjust it a bit to be more visible. Then I can reduce the size, can reduce this, the font size, then give it a color, make use of red for both of them, adjust it back. Now this, the main name of the company, can give it a color, the font color of the text itself. Let's make use of this dark blue, and then we apply area black to make it visible, to now make it more visible. Then here we can apply both, then if we want the background color, can apply this background color. Let's make use of this background color. Yes, there we go. Then the next thing to do is to bring in the name, the title of the form that we are building. What is the title? Is goods return form. So I merge these three cells together. Once I merge the three cells together, I merge it as one. I now write goods returns form. Then I come here and I say goods returns form, GRF, returns form number. What is the number? Let's take the sample as maybe 5900656. Let's assume this is a number, and then here we come. Anyway, when I finish typing, we'll do formatting. Then the next thing we are looking at is customers name. Then we merge these three cell to row together. Once we merge these three cells together, we type customers. This is customers name. This is customers name. And then the next cells we merge again. We merge the next one together and use as address. That is address for the customer. Put column. And then we have what we call date here. Go to the front, you have date. Now once you have this date like this, now let's format this one before we move forward. Now what do? We can give this one a different color. Then we can give this one thick green, or let's make use of blue. This is blue. We give this one like that. Then here we can apply, select this select this font and pick the font you like. For me, because of visibility, I would like to choose area black. Let's choose area black. But here I just bold it and then give it a different color. Which color will I be used here that will differentiate? Okay, so alright, let me make use of this. Then I can reduce this font size so that everything will show, and everything will be properly done. Then the next thing I will have to do is to format the customer's name to which color that I want. Let's assume we give it color of the text will be which color. Okay, let's give it blue. Let's give it blue and give it this blue. Address too, let it carry the same blue. Now once address carry the same blue, what I need to do now is to align the text to either middle or the center. You can see as it's moving, as I'm clicking it. So depends on what you want. For me, let me have this aligned to the left. Now once that is done, you can see that this customer's name, where will the name be written? You have to define it. How do we define it? Here can be customer's name. You can put this one as the customer name, then you make the cells. Here too, the address, you make the cells. Now once you make the cells here like this, then the next thing you should do now is to have a line upon which the name will be written. Then you click on this where you make the cells. Once you make the cells here, you come to this border, you select it. Once you click on the border to give you bottom border, you can see there is a line at the front of this customer's name, such that by the time you preview the printing, you see the beauty of it. Then the address, the same thing, we apply the same thing there, bottom border. Then the same thing goes to this date, bottom border. You can decide to use this thick bottom border, whichever one you want. Anyone can go. So maybe we should use thick bottom border. Let's use thick bottom border. Let's use thick one. You can see this is thick one, this is thick one. I think it's more visible like this. Yes, you can see. Now the next thing to do is to bring in the subhead of the main form. We have serial number. This is the reason why I make the first row slim. The first column rather, serial number. We have product code. Okay, let me approximate it. Product code PC. Then I have invoice number and date. INV, invoice number / date. Then we have what we call batch number. Then the next one will be product description. Product description. Or let me make use of description to avoid time taking and space taking. Description, unit of measure. I use unit of measure, UOM. Approximate it, unit of measure. Then the next thing is quantity, both the supply and the return. I make these two cells and merge it like this and put quantity. And the reason why I make that too is to have what was supplied and what was returned. I put here supplied, and then the next column will be return bearing under the quantity. Yes. Then the last column will now be expiring date. So this expiring date can be, this is expiring date. You can see. Now by the time we reduce all of this, Now let us format this. Once we format this, we reduce this front size, we reduce it like this. Now once we reduce it, we increase this a bit to make the serial number visible. Once we make it like that, we'll give it a text color, give it the color that it deserves. Which color should we use? So let's continue with the blue. Once you give it blue, here too will be blue. Now once there is blue, then we need to apply border, or the next thing we need to do, let's fill the serial number. This is 1, this is 2. Now you don't need to type 1 2 3. So once you have 1 2, you highlight it like this, you carry your cursor this way, you drag it down. Let's stop at number 20. Once you stop at this number 20, let's assume this is where we want to stop. Okay, let's stop at 10. This is 10, so that we'll have it minimal, so that we'll be able to capture all the necessary thing we need. All right, then the next thing to do is to give it a border. Give all of this a border from this place. We highlight it up to here and apply border. Apply border. You select here and click all border. All border. Yes, once you have it, you click all border here. Let's return this one to white background, except we want to change it later. Yes. Then once you have it done like this, the next thing to do, remember this space is remaining here. So what we need to do, you can unmerge here and remerge together. The same thing here, unmerge and remerge together. The same thing here, unmerge it and merge together, so that they can be on the same measurement. You can see the thing is becoming clearer. It's becoming clearer. When we finish, I will then do the proper formatting. Now the next thing to do now is to type the name, to arrange the name of the receiver, the sales manager, and the rest. This will acknowledge the return of the goods. Then first thing to do is to merge these two cells. Merge these two cells, right? Okay, merge these two like this. Then we merge these two like this. Then we merge this one like this. Now under each of the place we merge, we need to apply border, thick border, bottom thick border, bottom thick border. Where do we have that one? Thick bottom border. We apply it here. We apply the same thing here. We apply the same thing here. This is where the sign, the signature will appear. Then we have it here. We make this under here. We make this under here. We make this one under the line here. Once we merge it, we now say here is the receiver, probably the warehouse officer or the store manager. And then here we have sales manager, and then here we have store or warehouse manager. The receiver here means that is the customer who returned it, or whoever been the representative. Then we have a store/warehouse manager. Let me use abbreviation, warehouse manager. Warehouse manager. Then I apply the color text here. As usual, we have blue. We have blue. Then I think the space in between is high. Let me remove one row. Remove one row, so that we can have everything appropriately. Here you can even do this place digitally and import your signature into these places. Then I think we have finished designing. The next thing now is to do formatting. Is to do our formatting. Now we can give it a background color. Let's look at the background that we give. Background color we can give to make it so unique. Make it so unique. Make it so unique. Can give it this background like this. You can see that is becoming more beautiful. Becoming more beautiful. Here, give it a thick bottom line. Then here, that's it. That is it. And then yes. So I think you can just give it the font size that you want. At this point, let's reduce the entire. You can see how it look like. You can see it. This is how to design goods returns form. This is how to design goods returns form. So this is it strictly deal with the figure, no amount, the quantity of goods in and out, the return. So I think this is the major aspect of the designing of this goods return form. Now let's preview the printing and see how beautiful it is. Let's preview it. Let's preview it and see how beautiful it becomes. How beautiful it becomes. You can see. Let's assume we want to see the work we have done. You can see this is the work we have done. This is how it look like. Accounting and career. You can see it. So let's go back and board the work, and then let's increase the font size of the name, the company name. You can see very beautiful, very beautiful. It's as simple as this. This is how you design it. This is how you design everything here. When you apply this one here as well, you can see this is how it is. This is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. As simple as that. As simple as that. You can see this is it. You can also change the background color of this to another. You can change it this way. Whichever one that you want, you can change it this way, looking more beautiful. You can see. So that is it. It's as simple as that. In this way, you would have designed and perfected work. When you are doing your own, you can as well put more beautification. Put more beautification. You can increase. You can even change this one to area black. You can change it to area black, so that when you print it, it speaks volume. You can see this is it. This is how to design it. So before you go, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not done so, so that when next I will drop the video again for another tutorial on Excel, accounting, or other tech information, you will be opportune to get it and get yourself updated. Thank you. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, please. Bye for now, until we meet again in another video.